of the English Nation live classes. Let's see how we go today. My name's Paul, and for the duration of quarantine, because of coronavirus, I'm going to be going live every day, and I have done for the past 20 days. So thank you if you're every day. Thank you if you have been here only once or twice, and thank you if it's your first time. And we've gone through a lot of speaker-like grammar, a lot of vocabulary, phrases and idioms, and today will be a little bit different. We're going to do quite a lot of verbs, different verbs that very possibly you don't know and you haven't seen before. And we'll do a couple of idioms, and then we're going to look at some positive sayings, just two, from a guy that I really, really like and admire. Sadly, he's dead now. Very influential man in the positivity world, and that's what we're going at. Thanks, Jennifer Caro, for inspiration on learning English and positive quotes. Something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't. Silly me. So you gave me the boost. So that's what I'm going to do. Good morning, Kaz. I'm very good, thank you. How are you? I really need to make a whole class based on your sentences and your mistakes. Thank you for that. Anyway, let's open this up and see what we can do. Come on, iPad. We're going to get into some verbs first, actually. I was going to do phrasal verbs to do with eat, and I might do those first. There are not too many of them, but then there are lots and lots of verbs to do with eating. And I like that. Everybody likes that, of course. Let's go here. First of all, we'll do 4 phrasal verbs. Let's go into the pad here, and a little bit of me down there. Make me bigger. There you go. I'll be looking down because that's where I'm going to be. So we'll have a look at phrasal verbs to do with eating. And we saw one of them yesterday. This is what we saw yesterday. The first one we've got is eat out. And this just means to eat at a restaurant. Eat at a cafe or a restaurant. Right? You don't want to eat at home. You're too tired. Let's eat out. Outside of your house. Right? Very simple one. Very basic. Very possibly you know it. Yesterday we saw eat up. Of course, yesterday was all phrasal verbs with up, and up really means to be done to completion or finished. So eat up just means finish all of your meal. Right? Don't leave anything on the plate. That's it. Now, if you were a chef, a lot of my students are chefs or they're studying to be chefs. One of the things that you would hear in a kitchen is plate up. You know, plate you use to eat your food off of, but it can be a verb as a phrasal verb. And plate up is the one that we would use, and that is arrange food on a plate. Simple. Chefs all the time. Plate up. It's where they put all the food on a plate to look pretty before they send it to somebody to eat, before they serve it. And once they have plated up food and delivered the food to your table, you will tuck in. Of course, lots of verbs and lots of meanings. Tuck in as well has many meanings, but related to food and eating, it means to eat with enthusiasm, to be excited, really enjoy it. It might mean to start cooking. eat and enjoy. 4 phrasal verbs to do with eating, eat out, eat up, plate up, and tuck in. Cool. Of course, you can write some examples if you wish. You can make comments. I'll correct your language should I need to, and we'll see how we go. Look at that. Fantastic. Thank you, Kaz. It's not easy to eat out recently. That's exactly right, because of the coronavirus and all the lockdown, which is causing a lot of trouble everywhere. It's not easy to eat out recently. That's right. I'm going to keep that. Maybe we could put present perfect tense because you've used recently. But I like that. Well done, Kaz. Fantastic. All right. Let's move on. Now, tons of verbs. Verbs related to eating and maybe drinking. But, you know, it's nice, a practice of your pronunciation, a practice of your listening skills. Of course, you can see it on them somewhere, and then you can write some examples using this. I'm sure there are going to be verbs here that you do not know and you haven't seen before. Of course, we know eat, right? We're not going to bother with that. But let's have a look at some verbs to do with eating. One of them is binge. Now, you can do this with drinking. It is eat a lot, maybe more than is good for you. But binge eating is you might not eat through the day, and then at night time, lots and lots of food, or whenever you feel like it. Maybe when my wife and children have gone to bed, I'll eat lots of potato chips. So binge eating is that. Oh, wow. Fantastic. John, how are you? Very happy to see your face, your image. Finally have internet. So happy. How are you? All right, so binge is to eat a lot, usually in a short space of time. It could be drinking as well. You go on holiday, you want to drink a lot, that's binge drink. Of course, we have bite. Everybody knows bite. Chew, assume, don't know. Let's not worry about that. But binge is one I think we did. And then eating, pretty much different ways of saying eating. We have to gobble, and it's usually gobble up or gobble down. To guzzle. To feast, gobble, and to guzzle. To feast, it's enjoy eating a big meal. And you should, of course. But yeah, to feast, if I've got a table set up in me, maybe at a party, and that is a feast, and I can feast as a verb. So it's a noun and a verb. And then gobble. Gobble is to eat quickly. To gobble is to eat quickly. Gobble up or gobble down, it's very, very fast eating. Probably good for you. And then very similar. Eat or drink, actually. Greedily or quickly. Similar thing. Very, very action. But all of these different ways. I don't know too many in Japanese. I know a tiny bit of Japanese, but I don't know lots of different words. I don't know if you have, but these are cool. So feast is to eat a lot. Gobble would be to eat a lot as well and quickly. And guzzle, a similar thing. Feast, gobble, and guzzle. And then if we're eating a little bit less slowly, a little bit less slowly, a little bit more slowly, eating verbs, we've got to nibble. To nibble is to take small bites. And actually, if you're feeling particularly romantic and a little sexy, you might nibble somebody's. You don't take a big their ear, do you? If you're getting romantic and sexy, you just tiny little nibble on their ear. Apparently, people like that. So it's just eating small bites, more than once. We might say, tiddly, little rabbit or something. We also have to snack. Is a noun, obviously, and we know it as a noun, but to snack can be a verb, and it is eat a light meal, just a snack. Let's say, for example, we snacked all day. It was just little snack, little meal, another little snack. We're just eating little meals all the time. Cool? Good. And then actually there's one more that I forgot, quick. So this is slow. This is maybe, but we also have to wolf. And it's usually wolf down. And to wolf means eat quickly as well. Lots of different words. To eat quick, to eat slowly, different ways. I don't have much time in the morning because I have to get to work. So usually I just wolf down my coffee and toast and go to work. It's to eat very, very quickly. Cool. Do we have any questions? Any questions or comments? You try writing example sentences with this vocabulary, etc., because it's only going to make you better. But of course, if you don't, I will move on. And then if you do, correct your work. Not a problem. So let's go. I'm going to move on now. If you have some examples you'd like to write, please feel free. Let's get rid of that. And we can have a look at some idioms. I like these idioms. Where are we? It's still a little bit about eating. Just a couple. We've got bite off more than you can chew. Bite off more than you can chew. Of course, it's related to food and eating. To bite off more than you can chew really means take on more you are capable of doing. So if you're at work and you have a project and your boss says, hey, can you do this? And you take it on, and it's managing lots and lots of people, but you don't have experience. You have bitten off more than you can chew, and that's more than you are capable. You've taken a big bite of something. You probably can't do it. And then we've got bite your tongue. To bite your tongue. You could really bite your tongue, and that will hurt, but biting your tongue is stopping yourself from saying something that you might think, or that you think caused trouble. If you want to say something, but you know there's going to be an argument, you don't do it. You bite your tongue, and somebody might tell you, your wife might tell you, or your friend or boyfriend, if you're going to say something that was trouble, argument, they might elbow you and say, hey, bite your tongue. And you stop saying something. All right, let's have a look at this. I don't need to wolf down anymore because of the verse. But it would wolf down something. So let's get rid of this. Go. I don't need to wolf down anymore because of the virus. I don't need to wolf down my breakfast anymore because of the virus. I guess because you're not going to work, so you have more time. I don't wolf down my breakfast anymore because of us. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well done. All right. Next one. So common. So common. This one. It's not really my cup of tea. It can be positive, it can be negative, but usually it's used to describe something that you dislike. So if you use this in an IELTS test or even just speaking with native speakers, you'll hear it a lot. Whether you're watching a television show or exercise or reading or food or whatever it is, if you don't like it, it's a casual. It's not really my cup of tea. So my friend likes to drink a lot of beer, but it's not really my cup of tea. I don't like lots of beer, just a few. Or my wife would like to watch news a lot. Every time the news is on, she'll watch the news. It's not really my cup of tea. I don't like to do that, is what I could say. Now, that's just an example. She doesn't watch the news. But talk about something you do not like to do, not really my cup of tea. It's very common idiomatic expression that native speakers use. So examples, John, Kaz, if you fancy an example, writing an example would be good. Thanks for correcting. Yeah, you're welcome, Kaz. No problem at all. All right. And now we've got positive quotes. Look at these. Let's have a look at these positive quotes to give you a little bit of boost. And then we'll see where we go. All right. Why can you do that? Oh, you don't want to see that either. Hello. All right. There you go. I like that. And we might move back to here. If you really want to do something, you find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. I like for many reasons. That man over there is yes, Jim Rohn. If you can search him, find out as much as you can about him. He's an absolute genius. And it's an example of conditional. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Now, the basic sentence could be, if you want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't want to do, you'll find an excuse. So we put in really because native speakers often use adverbs. You should too. Really is a very common one. And then in the second sentence, if you don't, just use don't because the verb will be the same. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't want to do something, I don't want to repeat all of that. So I'll put if you don't. And I could change it even more, actually, to make that a little bit smaller. And we're going to use an if. We'll go here, change that. If you want to do, I'm writing the shorter one because I'm lazy. You'll find a way. No. If not, you'll find an excuse. We often use if not. That's cool. It is cool. It's very cool. We often use if not to substitute the previous sentence. So we say one thing, and it's usually a maybe or a might. There are two sides to it. A possibility. If you do something, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. And I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do a little bit more of if not, because I like this. So let's talk about if not, just briefly, because that's come up. It's used to substitute negative thing, a possibility. So, are you coming to work tomorrow? Right, there's a question. Are you coming to work? If you are not coming to work. It's a lot of stuff, isn't it, to work tomorrow. Please email the presentation. I'm getting bored just writing it. It's so long. So we've got, are you coming to work tomorrow? Are you coming to work tomorrow? If you are not, oh shit. Oh dear. Not coming to work tomorrow. It's just repeated exactly the same thing. We don't want to do that. I could just check and put, if not, please email the presentation. Cool? All of that, all of this here can be substituted for this. It's going to save you a lot of time, make you sound more native-like. It's so simple. And we can change that. We can have a positive version as well with if and so. This means a yes, I am doing the option. So if I had this example, let's not do that. Are you coming tomorrow? If you are coming to work. Now, nobody would say this. No native speakers would say this. If you are coming to work tomorrow, please bring the documents. Whatever. If you are coming to work tomorrow, please bring the documents. But I don't want to repeat that, because are you coming to work tomorrow? If you are coming to work tomorrow, I've got to repeat it again. So all I would change it for is to work tomorrow, here. If so, please bring the documents. I want to say docs because I'm super lazy. Thanks for joining us. If you've only just joined us, look at lots and lots of eat verbs and phrasal verbs, things like nibble, puzzle, and gobble. And look at a positive phrase, a positive saying, which was this: if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll excuse. And that led us on to if not and if so, these transitions that help us substitute saying other things. So really, really good to use in addition to your conditional language that you've. Cool. Again, if you'd like any questions, sentences, I'll be happy to correct those if they need correcting. I hope you guys are all okay, stuck at home with our coronavirus. No, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm not enjoying the untold death and destruction. That's terrible. But you can't get stuck worrying too much about that. You can't help it. This is one of my favorite expressions, actually, and this is just off my head. I just remembered off the top of my head. Don't worry about what you can't control. Don't worry about what you can't control. Only worry about what you can control. If you can't control it, don't worry about it, right? It's not going to help you. So only think about the things you can control. So maybe when you're speaking English, or you're going for an interview, a test, let's say an IELTS test, you can't control which questions will be there. You don't know the topic. You don't know exactly the question. You can't control that. But you can control your studies beforehand. You can be as prepared as possible, right? Lots of people worry about airplanes crashing. You can't control that unless you become the pilot. And even then, you can't control it. So there's no point worrying about that, or you'll worry all the time. Maybe people will at your language. You might make a mistake and people will laugh. Okay. Well, you can't control whether they will laugh or not, unless you're telling a joke. But I don't think that's what you're doing. So only try to focus on what you can do. And don't worry about the other stuff. Cool. Motivation over. Now let's look at this one. It's another cool one. Not so much to learn English or teach English, but it helps you actually learn English. It says, don't spend major time on minor things. And equally, don't spend minor time on major things. So this means you should spend a lot of time on things that move you forward and don't help you. If you are watching Netflix over and over again, that's a minor thing. It's not important. It might be enjoyable, but it's not important. So don't spend a lot of time on things that are not important, and don't spend a little bit of time on things that are important. So if you spend hours drinking beer, that's not important. But it's important to practice studying English. So don't spend major time on minor things. Don't spend a lot of time on things that are not important. Don't spend a little bit of time on things that are important. Cool? Cool. All right. Give me 2 seconds. You can write an example in the comments below if you want. I will need to correct them, but the best part that Cal likes is coming. We are going to do some language learning games. Kids, it's the only reason that people join this live show. So hang on just for 2 seconds. I'll be back. Hi, hi. All right. Come on, Lil. Come in and close the door, please, sweetheart. All right. Nintendo Switch goes down there. Close the door properly. All up, all closed. Good. All right. You say hello?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
All right. Very good. So we're gonna play. We're gonna play 3 rounds of Hangman, where I'm gonna choose a word first. Yes, darling.
Why do you want to make videos?
Why? Because I like helping these people.
Why?
Why? Because I'm nice.
Why?
Because my mummy and daddy brought me up to be nice.
Why?
Because they thought it would be good to have more nice people in the world.
Why?
Because having more nice people is good, isn't it? We need nice people.
Why?
Because then there are fewer horrible people and we'll all feel more happy.
Why?
They keep asking me, you win. I don't know. Daddy did. You win. I think I did well with a couple of.
I'm almost at the bad guy where I had to shoot those things with the green thing.
She's talking about this. playing Super Mario because I'm a great parent. I believe the human beat the virus. If so, we can have an awesome future. All right, let's quickly fix Kaz's sentence. Can we do that, May?
Can we cross out Hangman because that's not Hangman?
It is not Hangman. Let's just put it there. So Kaz has got. This is what it should be, Kaz. We, because you are a human as well. We will beat the virus. Full stop. If so, hang about, sweetheart. So, if we do beat the virus, we will have
lots of chocolate. Lots of chocolate.
Lots of chocolate. An awesome future. Lots of chocolate, an awesome future. That's very, very true. So that would fix your sentence, Kaz. Fantastic for doing it. Really, really good. Careful with that, love. It's supposed to be a V, but Daddy's writing is not very good. I'm trying to be a doctor. My apologies if you are a doctor watching.
There's a tiny little dot.
Tiny little dot. All right. Let's have a look at this one. We've got one more, May. I know it's not Hangman. Here you go. This is the bit. This is the good bit, May, for them. Fixing these examples. All right, John. I'm going to fix yours too, my friend. We want to start with a capital letter because one person liked it. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? That's right. This virus has changed people's, because everybody, people's minds. This virus has changed people's minds and lives. That's right, Lily. For good. Cool. Fantastic.
Losing life is good.
Losing life is not good, but changing lives. I meant the sentence was good, Lily. The meaning behind the sentence, but the actual sentence. All right. You can do some writing very short. Go first. All right, here goes. All right, here we go. 6 letters. You can guess if you want. We're just guessing A, B, C, A, E, I, O, U, and then see which word comes out. So which letters do you want, Gail? A.
B, I.
God, slow down.
C.
Sorry?
C.
C.
D.
D and O. No. Oh, no. No. S, yes. Oh, damn.
S. Like an S.
All right. Next.
K.
No. K.
H.
H. Easy. Sausage? No, it's not sausage. R. No. Chop. No.
Like Lily, they're already there.
Hmm?
P.
What's a spitch, Lily? No P. Chop, chop. What do you like playing every day?
W.
Oh, W. Switch, meaning change, or Nintendo. No.
Now delete it.
Go on then. Ah. Let's go quickly, May, because people are waiting, aren't they? So there we go. Why? Because you're little. Age before beauty, Lily.
But babies go to grade. I say that means little people go first.
Right. Well, we say age before beauty, and I'm older than you. I'm older than you. So I'm old. I go for beautiful people go next. All right, you ready?
No, I'm not beautiful.
Sorry?
No, I'm not
You're
beautiful.
beautiful.
But you said beautiful person go next, and that's me.
No, you're next after me. So you're beautiful, of course you are.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
All right, A.
I don't know what words to say.
E.
C,
E and C. Sniffly, aren't you?
Yeah, and
Sniffly.
coffee.
Sniffly and coffee.
Coffee that you drink.
All right, C. Okay. I. And if you guess for me, I will send you all of my books.
And if I get it first, may get lots of chocolate.
Okay, okay. You get lots of chocolate.
Yeah,
I,
say-
yes.
Yeah, whoops, so well.
Okay, mate.
If
I. All right. No I.
I guess it, May,
You.
we're gonna have lots of chocolate, May.
S. Ah. Got it. No books for you. I'll give you a chance.
Can you say me what letter? P.
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 P. B. Can you say P?
P.
P.
PB.
Different sound, isn't it? Anybody guess?
D.
Oh, it's a bit hard because our picture was our picture was in the way. Ah, poo.
What word is
Cupboard. It's like that.
we
Like
get
a
lots of
like a wardrobe.
chocolate?
You do get I guessed I get lots of chocolate. Lots of chocolate for me.
No, you like B.
I like beer, so beer for me.
Lots of cookies for me.
Lots of for you. And just a second, sweetheart. All right. Just tap it, Daddy. Okay. So you draw something, are you? All right. Okay. Good luck. Lily is going to draw something. She's 5.5, so it's luck. If you've just joined us, thank you. We looked at if not and if so, used as just time and not repeat things. We looked at lots of verbs to do with eating, such as nibble, guzzle, gobble. Idioms to food as well, or eating. Bite off more than you can chew. Your tongue, for example. So if you've just go back, watch that, like and subscribe so that you get notified for the next live class. And now we've just played Hangman, and Lily is drawing something. And no, it's not a mask, Kaz. It's a Nintendo Switch. Hold it up to the camera, May. There you go. Fantastic. That's good, Lily. You can finish. So I'd love for you to, you can go to Transformation on Instagram and send me any questions or comments you have, or you can put them in the comment here. Either way, there will be more live coming every day. Yes, I know to do the IELTS course as well. So that's coming. And more positive quotes every day. We had a look at positive Jim Rohn and talked about grammar in those and the vocabulary and the meaning behind those. So with that every day. Well, a little bit every day during the corona quarantine to give me something to do and to give you a little bit of consistency in your day and to learn some things. So thank you so much for being here today. Now, after Lily has finished drawing an Nintendo in a mirrored sort of style, I'm going to go and play Nintendo Switch with my children. So thank you so again for being here. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Don't forget to tell your friends to join. The more the merrier. Have a great day or a great evening. Bye-bye.
That's really bye. Bye.
Bye.